Right, good morning. We're at the draw for the Gloucester Canal feeder masters. I've not fished a wide canal. I've not fished the Gloucester for a number of years now. I seem to remember doing quite well on the feeder last time I was here though. I quite like the venue, but it's going to be rock hard. It's going to be red hot, sunny, terrible bream feeder fishing conditions. So there's going to be some low weights potentially to qualify, but yeah, if we can catch a few bream, happy days, and we might be qualifying for the final. But it's a day's fishing, isn't it? Whatever. The day's fishing on the feeder in the sun on the Gloucester Canal.
Well, this is absolutely brilliant. Match organisers, take note. The postcode for every zone is on the ticket. Such a simple thing. It helps out all of us who have to travel and aren't regulars. And there's nothing worse than someone saying just follow a regular. That's terrible advice. So yeah, just pop the postcode on the ticket. Job done. I'm ready. So a banana. Oh. So Crazy and Ruby, the cats.
Crazy and Ruby, yes.
Oh, wow.
I'm looking the
That's all right.
Bit of off-roading.
Well, enjoy your walk.
All the best, I'm going back now.
Yeah, get an ice cream now.
Yeah, I wish you.
Oh, watch where you're going. I don't even know what this section's called, but I'm on peg 251. It looks nice, it all looks nice. It's just one big long straight. Got some boats that way, and we've walked past some boats this way. And yeah, I've got a nice far bank to chuck to. There's a line of lilies there. Looks fishy. There's an odd little small fish topping all over the place. We'll give it a go. Right, we're ready. Ready for the off. Feeder masters on the Gloucester Canal. I've just got two rods set up, both light feeders, 11 foot, clipped them both up for, it's just under 24 metres where I'm chucking, and I'm going to put a bit of pudding, sort of 12-13 metres, and then I've got two spots across, but I'm just going to feed the one to begin with, but I can go left and right because it's generous pegging here. I'm just going to go where those lilies are, and there's a tree there. That's it. Got a load of bait. Mince worm, dendies, dead maggots, dead pinkies, live pinkies, floating casters for the hook, maybe. Freshly turned casters. And then my ground bait is sweet skimmer brown crumb with a little bit of yellow dye in. And also I got these off Diddy this morning, the organiser, and he's written Tay-Pot on, because that was my nickname when we used to fish on the canals together. Lee Woodhouse used to call me Tay-Pot because the way I used to hold my pole. I'm a little Tay-Pot. And there, somewhere under there, is some lovely little red worms. You can see them there. So can't come to a potential bream match without red worms. So I've got some nice freshness off Diddy this morning. Right, any second now we're going to start. I'm going to have one very quick cast over there, empty it, and then I'm gonna feed 4 or 5 feeders short, but all I want to do is just get a little bit of bait in across, but I'm just going to fish a little tiny 3-hole cage to begin with, a little 10 gram. Yeah, any second now we'll be in. Like an expressway with the bikes. Yeah, you need your wits about you. But yeah, I make that it. Is that it? We're in! Still got like a 4 or 5 second count there. Just empty that feeder quick. There's small fish topping on the inside, but we're not going to win with those. I'm thinking positive. So that's our first little feeder full. I'll try that again in a sec. Because I just want to feed a little bit of bait and be much more positive on this shorter line, which is much deeper. Just on that shadow line there. Still not there, it's only just touched the bottom then. Yeah. Dead maggot still caught around that. But yeah, we'll pop a bit of pudding in there. I'll probably put some worms on that line. I'm not going to feed any worms across just yet. But yeah, we'll definitely put some worms there to begin with there. Just put a bit of pudding in. Should we put 4 in there? And 5. Let's put 5 in, because we might not go on it for a little bit. But it's a big, wide, deep canal. Bit different to the Oxford. Not as deep as some bits. Some of the bits it's like 5 metres straight off the wall here, but actually it's only 3 or 4 foot off the wall. Just pop these in. It's been red hot, so we just pop one more in. A little bit of worm again. I don't think I've ever fished this canal and not caught an eel and a zander in the same match. So I've not put a hook length on this one just yet. There's definitely fish topping closer in, but we'll leave that one alone for now. I'm going to pop a little 10 grammer on this one as well. Probably won't pick that up again, that feeder. That was 20. A little 10 gram. 10. Yeah, a little 10 gram. Just got a fixed paternoster. And pop this up length on now. Just shorten that a touch. Just a little bit more. Yeah, I'll start on this one. One's got a 12, one's got a 14 at the moment, both to 0.14. But we'll scale down if we need to. A couple of dead maggots to start with. So we've got a dead some big fluoros as well from Tony G's. Let's put 3 on to start with. Yeah, just a pinch of casters in there. Very frugal to start with. Not seen anything move. Oh, he's got one straight away. He's had one straight away there. Skimmer. It's a good start, isn't it? Here come the rowers. This line sunk before they arrive. I might need a heavier feeder, but I thought we'd just capitalise on fishing on the drop. Yeah, he's had a little skimmer straight away. Well, a chunky skimmer. They definitely go fast down here. Get up some speed because it's such a flat, wide, straight towpath. Yeah, I'm just going to fish casters and maggots to begin with, and we'll introduce some worms later. But I've just gone to that last little lily there, but we can go there as well, sort of left and right if it's not right. Let's see where he chucks. Deliberately just chucking a little tiny feeder because it could be rock hard today. I don't want to overcook it if there's some bream there. It might be a bit too negative, who knows. Just a little short cast to begin with. Let's see where he chucks at. Yeah, it's 24 metres or nearly 24 metres. Last time I came here was a Super League or something like that, and I did well. I think I was second in the big section. I think I just bit Lee Kerry, who was 2 or 3 pegs further up. And I had about 20 pounder skimmers, and that's where I learned to chuck right across on this canal. But, we've got a couple of swims to try, haven't we? Oh, it's a bite. Definitely a bite. I might be too negative, I don't know. I didn't want to chuck on a load of bream and scare him off while crashing in a feeder straight away. We can put a little 4-roll on pretty quick if I feel I need to just up the amount of feed. Yeah, we had a little bite. Not seen anything top over there, but there's been fish topping on the inside. There you go. It's a bit skimmery. Okay, we're off. Happy with that. Keep catching them, I'll be laughing. Already feel justified starting off with such a little feeder. Put 2 on this time. I've deliberately not gone with a fish meal mix because I just felt it was a bit of a gamble today with it potentially being hard. Thought let's just fish a nice sweet biscuity mix. Sweet skimmer's lovely. I think you've got to catch them early as well. It's going to get harder and harder by lunchtime. Nice clean bottom anyway. Yeah, so basically we've got a swim, a short 13-metre swim in the deepest water, and a 24-metre swim just going up that far shelf where it's still nice and deep, but not as deep. There's a bit of a ripple over there as well, whereas it's flat calm, well, up to about 4/5 of the way across, but there's a ripple further across. Something just topped. And definitely had a rattle then as well. I was hoping it was going to develop a bit more. Yeah. If it was big. Very silvery skimmers. Great stuff. Put 3 fingers on straight away. Nice skimmer up bait, isn't it? Nice skimmer up bait. Just takes a little bit to sink that line, being such a light feeder. I'm just trying to be as quiet as possible. Yeah, I was really looking forward to this. I keep booking tickets for Gloucester and either qualifying early or just not being able to make it and having to sell my ticket. So this is the first time I fished at Gloucester for a number of years. I've always enjoyed it. Maybe there's some big bream here. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Gloucester's famous for its bream, but I don't know this bit one bit. I don't even know where we are. Can't remember what it said on my ticket. I think we're the middle zone, and I'm in the middle of the middle zone. We walked past quite a long line of boats, so the end peg's got a lot of room. Generally you want to be on the end, don't you? You just never know. You never know. Deliberately leaving it until that boat's gone by, but they're taking forever.
Okay, now we're going to go to forward the slide. So with this going to break.
We had a rattle, but it didn't develop. Oh, it's been... One of the pinkers has been mangled.
Exactly, just hold on ready if you can.
To the side. So I'm chucking a bit to my left. Just only a few 5 metres to my left, rather than straight in front. I just felt it was better for being near that bush as well. If there's any fish taking shade. I'm impatient, I want to keep chucking. Pop a worm on. Not been marked that time. Don't know if I had a line or what then. Tail of a worm on. Not seen anyone to my left catch yet. Doesn't mean they haven't, I just haven't seen it. Let's have a quick look on that shorter line. Oh. Spun up. Didn't like that cast. A touch short. I'm going to go back over. Too eager to go on that short. There's enough bait there. Two quick skimmers and nothing. A couple of live pinkies on. Three live pinkies. Well, it's supposed to be absolutely red hot later. We actually did have a little bit of rain whilst I was setting up. But so far it's rather pleasant. Just a bit humid. I think yesterday was the hottest day of the year. Yeah, today's the solstice. It's the longest day of the year. Not seen any druids just yet. He's had another skimmer there. Let's see where he's chucking. He's only plopping it on the inside there. Can't feed everywhere though, can I? I've just got a couple of distinct spots. I'm going to swap to my other rod next chuck. It's got a slightly smaller hook on. This is a 12. So we'll pop a 14 on. I'm already thinking we need to fish a bit finer. It does get heavily match fish. There's actually some polar elastic hanging from that tree. Might stay on this then. That was on 3 live pinkies. The wind catches that right at the last 2 or 3 metres. Let's punch it a bit harder, I think, just to guarantee I get it where I want it. Yeah, just need to punch it a bit.
Yeah.
Can't see any point coming off these at the moment. Ooh, what's that one? Didn't feel very big. One pinky left. I just thought if I'm doing this for 5 hours, I'll just slowly build it up with a little tiny feeder, rightly or wrongly.
Excuse me. Can I ask why that's lines like that?
It's they're measuring sticks.
Oh, for the fish?
No, that's a long old fish. If I did, no, it's so I get my distance.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
High technique.
I'm going to have 1 chuck on the short line. We're 50 minutes in, I've got 3 skimmers. Yes, have a little chuck on that short line. Oh. Every time I look away, my tip jags a little bit. No, we won't. We're not going to go on that short line just yet. We'll stay on this. It's slimed. Okay, they should put speed cameras on this towpath. They make a few quid. Yeah, if this was Oxfordshire, they'd be putting speed cameras on the old towpath. And Thames Valley Police would make a few bob. Just the red maggot's been smashed. Alright, first look on that shorter line. I'd pop a little bit of bait. Try a bit of worm on there as well, because we'd popped a little bit of mince worm in there. Just the one quick look short. I'm not clipped up or anything on that short line because it's so deep. That didn't drag at all, so it was caught up or snagged up. Rain. I think it's... It was definitely not supposed to rain today. It was supposed to be sweltering. Oh. Something big just rolled then. It was like a predator, I think. I don't think it was a bream. Like a predator strike. I'm holding my own at the moment with everyone I can see. We've got 5 skimmers, first hour. Just need a couple of brown ones now. Oh, crikey. I just dislodged the feeder. I couldn't tighten up on it. Get back in there quick. Get the lines on quick. Quick, sink. A risky one, but we got away with it. I'm enjoying this. Lovely, isn't it? What's this burning you? About an hour and a quarter for me? Gloucester Canal? Yeah, the last bite just went. And I tried tightening up and it just... No, couldn't tighten up. I'm going to swap those rods, just see if I get a quicker response on the smaller hook. feel I can just put 2 on that one. Get the coat on in a sec. Quedgley, that's where we are, it says. Drizzle. Rain stopping in 6 minutes. There we are. A couple of little plucks, but nothing's hung on. Go back to the original rod. So the only difference is the hook size. Bunch of redworms. These are a couple of skimmers there, 2 down. I think we're all catching a few. Well, something big rolled about 15 metres or so. Could have been a zander, it could have been a bream. So I've just had a couple of chucks on my shorter line. Nothing, not so much as a liner. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just dump a couple more feeders in and just keep priming it for later. Just mix up some chopped worm and caster. Oh, we just put 2 more of those in. Just keep popping a bit of bait in. Very soft bottom there. Very might like that. We'll put 3 in. Some might settle there. Then we'll get back across. Everyone's catching a similar sort of thing, half a dozen little skimmers. Let's get their mix ready. Might get a quick bite on this now I've left it for 10 minutes. That one. Something topped by those lilies at the same time as this swung round. It feels like a better skimmer. Not bad. That was quick, wasn't it? That's my first good one. Yeah, that was a nice quick bite and our best fish after leaving it for 10 minutes. I'm going to risk putting a bit of worm in. I think now's the time. So I'm pushing it with a little bit of minced worm. And if it doesn't work, we can always start a new swim that way instead. Yeah, so I introduce a little bit of chopped worm now. I say we're an hour and 45 minutes in. I feel I'm doing okay, holding my own. We'll see if this bit of worm helps. Sometimes it brings in eels and zander and things. That's why I tend to hold back. But there's definitely some skimmers about, so let's just see if it can't make it better. I don't mind the worms either. I just had two really quick. Yeah, I'm just putting a bit of mush now in, a bit of worm mush, and it's quite a stodgy mix. Just put a sliver of worm on to try. Dunk that again, just in case. You never know how deep the rudders are on this place, on these big canals. Lady Nora. Chuffing Nora. Yeah, so I've just got a sliver of worm on now. Just to see. If we don't get a bite of this chuck, we'll just revert back to that. 3 dead reds. Seems to be nice. But I have been feeding a bit of worm now, so it's about the right time to start trying a bit on the hook. Crikey. One of them got the yellow jersey. The old milk race. Right, nice sniff on that. I'm just going to stick to dead reds for the next hour. Oh. You could trouble something then. And it's raining again. Proper rain this time. Come on, I'm getting soaked. Might be an eel. Oh, skimmer in the tail. Oh, that's an eel. First eel. Always catch an eel. Always catch an eel on the Gloucester. Might not get that hook back. That was a quick bite, 2 red worms. Yeah, quick bite on two red worms and a dead maggot. I had a couple of hooks down the middle, not had a bite on that, not even a tremble or anything. But that was a pretty quick bite. Feels like they need a biggish target bait today, rather than a smaller offering. That last cast I didn't put anything in the feeder, just ground bait. So I've got my mix there and just ground bait. And then I've got a stodgy mix here, up between the two. I feel like I'm doing okay, amongst everyone I can see. But I just don't know, there someone might have caught a 3 or 4 pound fish. You don't need many of those. Yeah, we're doing alright I think. I assume the end pegs are going to be where it's at. Tends to be where the bream sit, isn't it? Did I tell you I've caught an eel as well? Can't remember if I mentioned I've caught an eel. More Ian Beale. Yeah, it went quiet. I twitched it and it was just on, as often happens. I just try a big worm for a quick go. Can't believe how much rain we've got today. Thought it was supposed to be a heat wave. 2 hours to go. Just need a few fish to turn up now. Just plodding along, aren't we? I haven't seen anyone catch a fish for a while. It's gone dead. Can't see anyone catching. Oh, look at the size of this thing coming through. It's a big old ocean liner, that is. Oh dear me. That's a big one. It's a proper lad, that, isn't it? Stirred it up. Might help with the ocean liner. Steamboat Willie. Go on, wake him up. Oh yeah, chocolate now. I'm glad I'm fishing where I am. Start a new swim. Once his colour drops out a bit, I don't think we're going to catch on that shorter line. I think they're all over there in a nicer depth of water. I'm going to swap to me a little 20 gram 4-hole and just start a new swim up. Yeah, I've got a couple of casters for this slightly bigger one. No worms in this, just casters. Not sure that worms helped or not. Kind of a stick, isn't it? Yeah, we'll have a few casts on this bigger feeder on both spots, and we're back between two lines now. We'll keep putting worms on the other one, and we'll just go with casters on the other one, on the new one. Oh, it smells so nice, that ground bait. It smells good enough to eat that ground bait. All right.
Tell him to slow down. Tell him to slow down.
Not a bite since that great big thing has gone through. Not seen anyone else catch either. You'd think it'd wake them up, wouldn't you? Not even an eel. A fish? Yeah, it's not very big. Oh, it's still a skimmer. I'll swing that one. Three live pinkies, that one. I thought I'd be scaling down to a 16 with single baits, but there doesn't seem to be any point. Happy catching like this. So we're getting a little run of fish, aren't we? Back on the original spot. Three live pinkies. I've had some smaller skimmers off that right hand swim. Yeah. It's definitely not been right since that big boat's gone through. But it's also later on in the day, afternoon. You know, we've got just over an hour to go. So time for an arrival. If everyone's telling the truth, only about £8 went in a section. Yeah, well, a couple of bites on this finer gear, but It just doesn't feel right. I think I need a treble bait on a bigger hook. Give me 3 crows for yes. Oh, just the one then. Ah, 2. I think with that bigger hook though, they're more likely to just be hanging on and hook themselves. Whereas I can probably spit out that little hook. If it's not to their liking. Yeah, I'll just shorten that. Just hanging on as I twitched it. Even if you don't do any good, I've thoroughly enjoyed today. It's just been a nice plodding along, getting a few skimmers. Nothing too eventful, nothing too hectic. Just a lovely, pleasant day in Gloucestershire. And twitch. That one dislikes the feeder, huh? So I'll run again. That's the first one that's come off. I was going to swing him. It wasn't very big. They've all took a bit of unhooking, so I don't know why that one came off. I mean, there's no way they're coming off. I was unlucky with that one. So I've been feeding worms and that, so I'm really surprised I haven't had many bites on worms. Just a little pluck then. If I don't get a fish this time, I'm not going to bother putting a worm on again. Doesn't seem to be any point. It was just hanging on. It's a good one. Okay, maybe we'll try worm.
The bait over to the other side, so that the fish eat bait and then they catch them and they put them in a net. Yeah, so they all catch fish, as many fish as they can.
Like, after they can find like babies.
I mean, we're all catching a few now. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. Half hour to go. You just had two and a little bit of worm. Surprised I haven't caught on worm sooner. Had two quick ones on worm, but nothing on the next two casts. Man, that one off. A different species. Little skimmer, very little. Looks like a silver bream, that one. Go on that other swim. Scared that duck. "20 minutes to go. Come on. Come on. Why am I getting a bite anymore? Go on. Can't get a bite. Last 15 minutes. 6 minutes to go. 3 live pinkies, not a bite. What's happened? Both swims, totally dead. Well, I've had a lovely day. In the last 15 minutes, I've not had a bite. Not so much as a rattle, like something's gone through. Come on, let's try and moan one on, because it's just died. Try both swims, worms, pinkies, dead reds. It's gone. Gone, gone, gone. Got a nice little flurry of fish on worm. Last cast, I think, before the end. Last cast. Come on, make this one count. £10 bream. Whoop!
Any good?
I might have £4 if I'm lucky. Not as good as you.
Some bigger ones. But
Yeah. You've done well, don't you?
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's been nice. I don't know what I've got. Little skimmers.
£6.
Yeah, should have. Yeah. I would like to do so.
I was saying £7 winning the other section.
One little bootleg seal.
I saw that, yeah.
Just hanging on when I reeled in.
Lucky I didn't get one of them.
Well, yeah.
Well done.
That big boat wrecked it a bit, didn't it?
Did a little bit, yeah.
Alright, now we wait. Well, that was a thoroughly enjoyable day. just waiting for the scales. It sounds like we've definitely not won, because Phil, someone up there, has had 2 bream right at the end, big bream, and he's weighed 18 pound. I've definitely not got 18 pound, nothing like. But yeah, we've had a nice day. We might be able to get a section or a default section. We'll see what we caught anyway. Yeah, just needed a couple of those big bonus bream myself, didn't I? That's how you do it. You charge for that?
Yeah, do a lift.
I got about 30 skimmers, something like that.
What, little ones or big?
Yeah, no, little ones.
Okay, John.
So Jim didn't weigh in, I'm guessing.
Okay.
Yeah. This is John, isn't it? John.
Yeah.
Jim didn't weigh in.
That is 12 pounds, 3 ounces. Nice little net though.
£12.3. Not a bad day special at all.
How you done, Holden?
12.3.
Oh, well done. Is that winning your section?
All little anti skimmers.
I don't know. It's 18 pounds round there.
Thank you, Mum.
Cheers,
Yeah,
mate.
there you go, mate.
I don't know what weights they're at. What have you had?
8 skimmers, 2 perch and an eel for about £3.5.
Right. I've had a lovely day, just looking just short length lilies all day.
Well, there we are, a thoroughly enjoyable day. Some really nice people in my section as well, chatting to, and nice to see people like Clint Elliott and Richie Hall making the long trip there as well. And so I was 4th in the zone, and just missed out on the section. Alex Clements, who was 6 pegs to my right, he's had some much bigger skimmers, and he's ended up winning a section with, I think, £15. Well, as far as the overall frame goes, Nick Ewers won the match with £22 2 ounces. He was on the very first peg in A section, peg 175. And then Phil Bendall, who won my zone, B zone, he's had £18 10 ounces. I gather he's had a couple of late bream short, chucking short. There's been an odd bream really short late, so maybe I missed out there. And then Wayne Dalton was 3rd. He was next to the winner on peg 177 with £17. So yeah, the zone qualifiers were Nick Ewers, Phil Bendall and Rob Wiltshire. Well done, the 3 of you. Best of luck in the final. If you enjoyed that and you want even more to watch, then why not become a channel member? There's loads of videos there, canals, lakes, rivers, something for everyone. Go and check it out.